Hey guys, so today I want to talk a little bit about The Conjuring because we have a little bit of info about what the next and hopefully last one will be. First of all, I need someone to tell me why we keep making these. Tell me why.
Tell me why.
So back when The Conjuring Devil Made Me Do It came out, my buddy Sean and I got free tickets to it from the studio, and we were super excited about it because it was our first time getting an invitation to anything like that as podcasters. We were running a podcast during quarantine and a little bit after it called Queer for Fear. There's still some back episodes online. You can go check that out. But we were super excited, and we got to the theater and we were given a black rose by these like spooky Catholic schoolgirls, totally unrelated to the film. But anyways, it was cute. And we ended up both actually hating it quite a bit, which is wild because up until then, I generally liked and enjoyed The Conjuring as a franchise. I liked the first two movies especially. I'm a big fan of Annabelle, not a big fan of the Warrens at all. Don't get that twisted. But The Devil Made Me Do It was just so bad. Now, the cinematography and the shots, not bad. Even the writing, not super bad. I really like that scene with the waterbed. I think that that's going to end up being a really iconic shot for years to come. It's a practical effect. Love practical effects. We need more of them in horror. But overall, that plot was just all over the place. It was really cringe. Some weird CGI. This whole like love story between the Warrens was really weird and cringe and totally not true to who those people were at all. The Warrens were actually huge creeps and probably predators. You can look up some information about them online about that. There are whole YouTube videos out there about what creepers the Warrens were, so I won't get into that here. But anyways, The Devil Made Me Do It was all about Ed and Lorraine Warren's obsession with witchcraft and occultists and making them the villains of their story like they did pretty much all of their cases when they were alive. So aside from all that mess, here's what we do know about The Conjuring: The Last Rites. We do know that it'll be directed by the same director as The Last Conjuring, Michael Chavez. It'll be produced by Peter Safran and James Wan. I'm a big James Wan fan. Many horror fans are. Wasn't a fan of Malignant. Don't hate me. But generally, if James Wan is on board, it's something that I'm going to be interested in seeing. So we don't know exactly what the story for Last Rites is going to be about, but there is a rumor going around online that it might possibly be based on one of the Warrens' most famous cases, which went on to become the basis of the 2009 film, The Haunting in Connecticut. Haunting in Connecticut is allegedly based on true events experienced by the Snedeker family of Southington, Connecticut in 1986. Ed and Lorraine Warren claimed that the Snedeker house was a former funeral home where morticians regularly practiced necromancy and that there were, quote, powerful supernatural forces at work that were cured by an exorcism. Ever since Ed Warren's death in 2006, many have come forward to state that that whole haunting was a hoax. Apparently, horror writer Ray Garden was employed by the Warrens to write the supposedly true story and was instructed by Ed Warren to make it seem more real than it actually was. Apparently, he told him, "You got some of the story, just use whatever works, make up the rest. Make it up, make it look scary." Now, I personally have nothing wrong with taking real true life spooky events and crafting good horror fiction out of them. That's the basis of some of my most famous horror films out there. But I do get a little skeeved out when people are directly lying about the factual basis of things, especially when it's involving witchcraft and occultism as the evil demonic plot line of the story. That's where I have a problem. But the Warrens made an entire career out of lies, so why should we think that movies based on them would be any different? But the real reason why I wanted to bring this up on this channel is because I'm really excited for this to be the last, hopefully, of the Conjuring franchise movies, because I really think it's time that we get a new ghost franchise series that kind of reinvigorates the genre a little bit. Hopefully one that won't be demonizing witches the whole way along. Hopefully one that has some more interesting stories to tell that aren't just about demonic possession. I've talked about that before here. I think that that whole plot basis is getting a little old these days. The Conjuring franchise has owned box office power with these types of stories for so long. It's really time for some other filmmakers to get the spotlight. Will I still be going to see it in theaters? Yes, because many horror fans are like me and that we feel some sort of deep obligation to see all of these things when they come out in theaters. So I will be there. But what do you think? What do you think the last rites are going to be about? Do you think it's going to be based off that Connecticut haunting story? Do you think I'm way off? Is my criticism of this whole franchise a little overblown, or do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments, and we'll circle back here once we have a trailer for it.